Hey, y'all, thanks again for clicking on here at Cowboys for Trump and staying up with us and on how this horseback ride's shaping up. I've been making some great contacts, been talking to some good guys across the states that are ready to ride, that are ready to come together and ride from Cumberland, Maryland to Washington, D.C. I've been staying up with the weather, and I know how cold it is out there right now. I know that the temperatures are frigid, but as long as the trail's passable, as long as we can get through it, we'll be riding. So we'll be flying those flags and we'll be supporting our president because our country needs us right now. Our country needs our support. Our country needs for us to make a statement. Thank you for everybody that's been given to support this ride financially. We sure do appreciate you, and we know that our country we need the wall. And a lot of times folks will say, well, no, we don't necessarily need a wall. We need drone support. We need technology. We need more Border Patrol agents. And you're absolutely right. And we're not pressing the issue of a wall to build a physical wall from sea to sea. But what we need a wall is a wall of security. That's what our president has been promoting since the beginning. This wall is a wall of security. This wall is going to entail all the modern technology. This wall is going to entail physical support on the ground. This wall of security is going to do just that and secure our borders. And our nation has got to become secure. We're being flooded right now from illegals from South America, and it has got to stop. But the reason why they're flooding into our country is because every headline in South America right now is saying that America is unsecured, that you can freely come in. And that's why these caravans are just growing by the day. And they're just flooding into our country. And we have to think, well, who would want an unsecured border? Well, anybody that's doing illegal business down there on the border wants an unsecured border for one. But also the Democrats want an unsecured border because the more illegals that come into our country, they're looking at as their new voter base. And they're scrambling to get them in here because they know they're losing their base by the day. Our fellow Americans of different ethnic groups are starting to come out from underneath the spell of the Democratic Party, and they're starting to see that their communities have been oppressed for years because of Democrat policy, because of all the oppressive programs and stuff that the Democrats promote are are oppressing them as people groups. And even the most blue dog Democrats that have always supported the Democrat Party are seeing this legislation come through, this vile legislation on life, and they're saying this is not right. This is not right to kill our babies. Right? Just recently, the governor of Virginia signed off on a bill where a woman can physically give birth to a child, and as that child is laying on the table, he says, we will keep the child comfortable until the doctors and the parents decide if they want to allow that child to live or not. And I tell you what, that is vile. If there's anything from the pit of hell, that's it. And I'll also plug this. Virginia will be our first stop on our ride to Washington, D.C. We'll stop in Pawpaw, Virginia. It's about 26 miles from the Canal Park in there to Pawpaw, Virginia. And if we get there and we get a little bit of a media attention, you're not going to, I guarantee you one thing, we'll be calling that governor on the carpet and we'll be saying that's wrong. That's murder. You're murdering babies by deciding if you want to let them live or not. But anyhow, again, going back to an unsecured border, the Democrats are looking at every illegal that come into our country as a vote for them. And they have such a push right now to push us into a socialist society. Meanwhile, we're watching those folks down there in Venezuela that are being oppressed to the gills by socialism. And this is a shout out to you guys down there in Venezuela. Keep fighting the fight. Keep fighting them back because you'll win. You'll get her done. Get her done, and don't weaken on this deal. And as we make our country strong again, we will keep an eye on you guys down there, and we will support you in your efforts to unseat these socialists that are oppressing you, that are oppressing your democratic processes, that are oppressing your way of life. We haven't forgot about you, Venezuela, and as we ride to Washington, D.C. to support our president, make America great again, whenever we do that, we'll be making Venezuela great again too if we can get this deal pushed through and we can get the kind of charge that we need to get off of this ride. For those of y'all that can't make it out there and on February 15th, if your schedule won't allow, if you're not as crazy as we are and you want to ride in a little warmer weather, we're gonna be planning another one of these rides a little later in the summer when the grass is green and the flowers are out, and so there'll be another opportunity if you by chance can't make this one. But I want to encourage you to try. I also want to give a shout out during this video. Some of you guys out there watching this might know Randy Lewis and Chad Prather and these guys that have big followings on their Facebook deals or Twitter or whatever. But get those guys to plug this horseback ride. I tried calling Randy. He tagged me and I tried to get back with him the other day. So Randy, if you see this, you're it, partner. Holler at me. But man, this ride is about supporting our country, supporting our president, and supporting our way of life. You know, as we're all like-minded, we're all in this fight together, and so I appreciate it if you guys can, if you can just give us a short plug and let everybody know that there's going to be some Cowboys probably freezing horseback on February 15th. But yeah, so please just stay in the loop on this deal. Because if you consider coming out, come on. If you can't make it, that's all right too. You know, I know men and women have responsibilities and things they have to tend to, and you know, it ain't no biggie. If you can't make it, we sure enough understand. If you can't make it though, and you can support support this horseback ride through that GoFundMe account. If you don't mind, click on there and support it financially. That money will go to build a platform that we need in order to speak off of, in order to support our president off of, and all that money that goes into that GoFundMe account will go towards this ride. So again, if you go to GoFundMe.com, put in the search bar Cowboys for Trump, and if you can give to it, give off a debit card. Don't give off a credit card. If you got a little extra laying around, that's what we like to have. If you don't and you're strapped, don't be putting it on a credit card, and don't be making anybody around you suffer, because you know we want it. We need the money, we need the resources, but we don't want anybody inside your own household to go without because you're supporting us out there. So just give out of the kindness of your heart and give out of the excess that you may have. I guess that's about it. I still don't have a horse. Any guys watching this that are coming out there, bring a spare horse if you got one in an extra hole in your trailer. Don't bring a bronc. Bring something that's broke. Or you know, if you got a colt that needs a few days on it and he's not going to buck, I sure wouldn't mind riding something like that too, as long as they're started and they're not too green. But anyhow, keep posted. We got some new help, some new folks that are helping with the logistics, and they're going to be recording us as we go along the way, and we just need to build a platform of representation off of this to represent those of us that think a like-minded way. You know, I got some folks back home, Audrey McQueen and her husband Roger. They're getting eat up by wolves right now. Their calves are getting killed every day, and I tell you what, we need to make a stand for those people, those ranchers and cowmen that these wolves are eating all their livestock up. We need to make a stand as far as life goes. But you know, we need to support our president, because if we support our president, you know, he'll take care of all those smaller issues. You know, so we just got to get behind him. We got to get behind our president, Donald Trump, and we need to make our nation great again. We need to support our country, and then all those minor details will kind of take care of themselves. So anyhow, if you don't mind, share this video again. Try to build some steam behind this deal. And Lord willing, Cumberland, Maryland, February 15th, Cowboys for Trump, Washington, D.C., 7 days on the trail, and a ride for unity, a ride for peace, and a ride to make America great again. Anyhow, appreciate it, y'all. Click on again next time, and I'll keep you in the loop. And hey, email me if you're interested in this ride, cowboysfortrump@hotmail.com, or send me a deal on that messenger thing on Facebook, and we'll begin to build this network. Any of you guys out there that I hadn't got a chance to get back to yet, I apologize. Be patient with me, because Lord knows, anybody that knows me knows you got to be patient. thanks again. Appreciate you. God bless. And God bless USA. Thank you.